Your peace of mind is the most expensive thing you own, and you've been giving it away for free. Listen to me carefully. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest tragedy is to live without peace while your heart is still beating. You wake up tired. You go to sleep worried. Your mind races with thoughts that steal your joy, and you call that living. That is not living. That is surviving in a prison you built with your own hands. I want to talk to you today about something that the world doesn't value, but heaven considers priceless. Peace. Not the peace that comes when everything is perfect. Not the peace that arrives when all your problems disappear. I'm talking about the peace that guards your heart in the middle of the storm. The peace that makes you sleep soundly while enemies plot against you. The peace that allows you to smile while others panic. But here's what nobody tells you. Peace is not something you find. Peace is something you protect. It's something you fight for. It's something you refuse to surrender no matter what life throws at you. You see, most people are walking around with their souls on fire and they don't even know it. They're burning from the inside out. Stress eating away at their health. Anxiety stealing their sleep. Worry robbing their joy. Fear paralyzing their future. And they accept it as normal. They say, this is just life. No, that is not life. That is slavery. Let me tell you something that will change your perspective forever. Your peace of mind is not negotiable. It is not for sale. It is not up for discussion. The moment you allow someone or something to disturb your inner peace, you have given them authority over your life. You have handed them the remote control to your emotions. You have made them your master. Think about it. How many times have you allowed someone's opinion to ruin your entire day? How many times have you replayed a conversation in your head for hours, days, even weeks? How many times have you lost sleep over situations you cannot control? Every single time you did that, you were spending your peace. And peace, my friend, is the currency of the soul. Now, I know what you're thinking, but you don't understand my situation. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what they did to me. You're right. I don't know your specific pain, but I know this. Whatever is disturbing your peace is not worth your destiny. Whatever is stealing your joy is not worth your purpose. Whatever is consuming your mind is not worth your future. The manufacturer of a car knows its purpose. You cannot use a car to fly. It wasn't designed for that. It doesn't matter how much you believe it can fly. It doesn't matter how hard you try. The car will never fly because that's not its design. In the same way, you were not designed to carry the weight of worry. You were not manufactured to live in constant anxiety. You were not created to walk around with a heavy heart and a troubled mind. When you carry what you were not designed to carry, you break down. Your body breaks down. Your mind breaks down. Your relationships break down. Your dreams break down. And then you wonder why life is so hard. Life is not hard. You're just carrying what you were never meant to carry. Here's a question that will revolutionize your life. What are you carrying that is not yours to carry? Write it down. Look at it. Then ask yourself, did the Creator design me to carry this? If the answer is no, then drop it. Drop it right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. I've learned something in my years of living. The person who protects their peace is more powerful than the person who disturbs it. Think about that. When someone tries to provoke you and you remain calm, who has the power? When chaos is all around you and you maintain your composure, who is in control? When people are panicking and you stay peaceful, who is the leader? Peace is not weakness. Peace is mastery. Peace is strength. Peace is the evidence that you understand something others don't. You understand that your response determines your reality. You understand that your reaction shapes your future. You understand that no one can steal your peace unless you hand it to them. But we live in a world that profits from your anxiety. Think about it. The news makes money when you're afraid. Social media thrives when you're comparing yourself to others. The pharmaceutical industry benefits when you're stressed and sick. The entertainment industry succeeds when you're distracted and numb. Your peace is threatening to an entire system built on your chaos. That's why you must guard it like a treasure. That's why you must protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your life, your health, your relationships, your success, your joy, everything depends on your ability to maintain peace in your soul. Now let me tell you what peace is not. Peace is not the absence of problems. If that were true, no one would have peace until they die. Peace is not pretending everything is fine when it's falling apart. That's denial. Peace is not avoiding difficult conversations or running from challenges. That's cowardice. Real peace is strength under pressure. It's calmness in chaos. It's confidence in confusion. It's the ability to say, I don't know how this will work out, but I refuse to lose my peace over it. That kind of peace is rare. That kind of peace is powerful. That kind of peace changes everything. You want to know why most people never fulfill their purpose? It's not because they lack talent. It's not because they lack opportunity. It's because they lack peace. Their minds are so cluttered with noise that they cannot hear their own calling. Their hearts are so heavy with burdens that they cannot move forward. Their souls are so troubled that they cannot see clearly. Imagine trying to hear a whisper in a room full of screaming people. That's what it's like trying to find your purpose. When your mind has no peace, the voice of destiny is gentle. The call of purpose is subtle. The direction of your life comes in quiet moments. But if your soul is never quiet, you'll miss it. You'll spend your entire life chasing things that don't matter while missing the one thing that does. Let me paint you a picture. A lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. Read that again. A lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. Why? Because the lion knows who it is. The lion is not trying to prove anything. The lion is not seeking validation. The lion is not disturbed by noise, because the lion operates from a place of internal peace and confidence. But most people are living like sheep trying to be lions. They're exhausted from pretending. They're tired from performing. They're drained from trying to impress people who don't even matter. And in the process, they've lost themselves. They've lost their peace. They've lost their way. Here's what I need you to understand. You cannot experience the fullness of your life while your mind is in pieces. You cannot walk in your purpose while your peace is in chaos. You cannot rise to your potential while your soul is in turmoil. It's impossible. You're trying to build a house on a shaking foundation. It will never stand. So what's the solution? How do you get your peace back? How do you protect it? How do you maintain it in a world designed to steal it? First, you must decide that your peace is worth more than being right. Think about how many arguments you've had that achieved nothing except stealing your peace. Think about how many times you've defended yourself to people who will never understand you. Think about how much energy you've wasted trying to prove your point. Was it worth it? Did it bring you peace, or did it just bring you more stress? Being right is overrated. Being peaceful is priceless. Sometimes you have to choose. Do you want to win the argument, or do you want to keep your peace? Do you want to prove your point, or do you want to protect your sanity? Most people choose to be right and then wonder why they're miserable. Choose peace. Every single time, choose peace. Second, you must learn to release what you cannot control. Let me say that again, because this is where most people are stuck. Release what you cannot control. You cannot control other people's opinions. Release it. You cannot control the economy. Release it. You cannot control the past. Release it. You cannot control tomorrow. Release it. The moment you release what you cannot control, you create space for peace. Holding on to what you cannot change is like carrying stones in your pocket and wondering why you're tired. Drop the stones. Drop the need to control everything. Drop the illusion that you're supposed to have all the answers. Drop the burden of trying to fix everyone and everything. Third, you must guard what enters your mind. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. If you plant worry, you'll harvest anxiety. If you plant fear, you'll harvest panic. If you plant negativity, you'll harvest depression. But if you plant peace, you'll harvest joy. Stop consuming content that disturbs your soul. Stop watching news that makes you afraid. Stop scrolling through social media that makes you feel inadequate. Stop listening to people who drain your energy. Stop feeding your mind poison and wondering why you feel sick. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. You decide what gets in. You decide what you think about. You decide what you meditate on. And whatever you focus on expands. Focus on peace, and peace will expand in your life. It's a law. It's a principle. It works every time. 4, you must understand that peace is a daily choice. You don't achieve peace once and then you're done. Every morning you wake up, you have to choose peace. Every challenge you face, you have to choose peace. Every person who tries to provoke you, you have to choose peace. It's like breathing. You don't breathe once and say, great, I'm done with breathing for the rest of my life. You breathe continuously. In the same way, you choose peace continuously. It's a daily decision. It's a moment-by-moment commitment. It's a lifestyle. Some of you are waiting for life to calm down before you find peace. Let me save you some time. Life will never calm down. There will always be something. There will always be challenges. There will always be problems. There will always be people. There will always be bills. There will always be responsibilities. If you wait for perfect conditions to have peace, you'll wait forever. You must learn to find peace in the storm, not after the storm. You must learn to be calm in the chaos, not after the chaos. You must learn to maintain your composure in the crisis, not after the crisis. That's when peace matters most. Anyone can be peaceful when everything is perfect, but real peace shines in the darkness. Let me tell you a story that changed my life. A farmer planted seeds in his field. Every day he watered those seeds with worry. What if it doesn't rain enough? What if it rains too much? What if birds eat the seeds? What if locusts come? He was so consumed with worry that he couldn't enjoy the process. When harvest time came, he had crops, but he had no joy. He had provision, but he had no peace. Another farmer planted the same seeds in his field. Every day he watered those seeds with faith. He did his part and released the results. He worked hard, but didn't worry hard. When harvest time came, he had crops, and he had joy, he had provision, and he had peace. Both farmers had the same outcome in terms of harvest, but one enjoyed the journey and one suffered through it. The difference? Peace of mind. One chose to trust the process. One chose to torture himself with worry. You see, worry doesn't change the outcome. Worry only steals your peace in the process. Stress doesn't solve problems. Stress only creates more problems. Anxiety doesn't prepare you for the future. Anxiety only robs you of the present. What if I told you that 90% of what you worry about never happens? What if I told you that the other 10% you worried about didn't change because you worried? Then why are you worrying? Why are you giving away your peace for something that's either not going to happen or not going to change because you worried about it? It doesn't make sense, does it? But we do it anyway. We worry out of habit. We stress out of tradition. We panic because that's what we saw our parents do. We carry anxiety like it's a family heirloom being passed down from generation to generation. It stops with you today, right now, this moment. You break the cycle. You refuse to pass down anxiety to your children. You refuse to normalize stress in your home. You refuse to make worry your way of life. You choose peace instead. Now I want to address something that might make you uncomfortable. Sometimes the threat to your peace is not external. Sometimes it's internal. Sometimes the person disturbing your peace is you, your own thoughts, your own memories, your own guilt, your own shame, your own regrets. You've forgiven everyone else, but you haven't forgiven yourself. You've released everyone else, but you're still holding yourself hostage. You've moved on from everything else, but you keep replaying your failures in your mind like a broken record. Listen to me. You cannot drive forward while looking in the rearview mirror. You cannot build your future while camping in your past. You cannot experience peace while punishing yourself for mistakes you've already paid for. Forgive yourself, not because what you did was okay, not because it didn't matter, but because you deserve peace. You deserve to move forward. You deserve to be free. Holding on to guilt doesn't change the past. It only destroys your future. The enemy of your destiny is not always outside of you. Sometimes it's inside of you. Sometimes it's your own voice telling you that you're not good enough. Sometimes it's your own thoughts reminding you of your failures. Sometimes it's your own heart refusing to let go of pain. You have to evict those thoughts. You have to silence those voices. You have to override those feelings with truth. The truth is, you are not your past. The truth is, you are not your mistakes. The truth is, you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become from this moment forward. Here's something else nobody talks about. Some relationships cost you your peace. Some friendships drain your energy. Some family members disturb your soul. And you stay in those relationships out of obligation, out of guilt, out of fear of being alone. But let me ask you a question. What good is a relationship that costs you your peace? What good is a friendship that steals your joy? What good is a family connection that destroys your mental health? You can love people from a distance. You can pray for people without being around them. You can wish people well without giving them access to your life. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Some people belong in the balcony. Some people belong outside the building. This is not about being mean. This is about being wise. This is about protecting what matters most. And what matters most is your peace, your purpose, your destiny. If someone is constantly disturbing your peace, they are blocking your purpose. They are delaying your destiny. And you have to make a choice. The same energy you use fighting for relationships that drain you could be used building relationships that sustain you. The same time you spend trying to fix broken people could be spent growing with whole people. The same effort you invest in convincing people to value you could be invested in people who already do. Stop watering dead plants. Stop lighting yourself on fire to keep others warm. Stop breaking yourself into pieces trying to heal broken people. Your peace matters. Your well-being matters. Your mental health matters. And anyone who makes you feel guilty for protecting those things doesn't belong in your life. Now let's talk about success and peace. The world will tell you that you have to sacrifice your peace to achieve success. They'll tell you that you have to stress, grind, hustle, burn out, work yourself to death to make it. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Success without peace is not success. It's just a fancy version of slavery. What good is money if you can't sleep at night? What good is fame if you're depressed? What good is power if you're empty inside? What good is having everything if you've lost yourself in the process? Real success includes peace. Real success includes joy. Real success includes health. Real success includes meaningful relationships. Real success includes purpose. If you have money but no peace, you're not successful. You're just rich and miserable. The goal is not to make a living. The goal is to make a life that includes peace of mind, a life that includes contentment, a life that includes gratitude, a life that includes balance, a life where you can sleep at night knowing you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And here's the beautiful part. When you operate from a place of peace, you actually become more successful. When your mind is clear, you make better decisions. When your heart is light, you attract better opportunities. When your soul is at rest, you perform at your best. Peace is not the enemy of success. Peace is the foundation of success. I've seen people with nothing live in perfect peace. I've seen people with everything live in complete chaos. The difference is never what they have. The difference is always what they believe. The difference is always what they value. The difference is always what they protect. If you value your peace, you will protect it. If you value your joy, you will guard it. If you value your mental health, you will fight for it. But if you value the opinions of others more than your own well-being, you will sacrifice yourself on the altar of people-pleasing. If you value being liked more than being whole, you will break yourself trying to fit into everyone's expectations. You cannot serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other. You will hold on to one and let go of the other. You have to decide today, Do you value your peace, or do you value impressing people? Do you value your joy, or do you value being right? Do you value your sanity, or do you value winning every battle? Let me tell you what happens when you finally choose peace. Doors that were closed begin to open. People who were against you begin to leave. Opportunities you never saw begin to appear. Clarity you never had begins to come. Strength you thought was gone begins to return. Joy you haven't felt in years begins to flow again. Peace is the key that unlocks everything else. Peace is the foundation upon which everything is built. Peace is the soil in which every seed of success grows. Without peace, nothing works. With peace, everything is possible. So today, I'm asking you to make a commitment to value your peace above everything else, a commitment to protect your joy no matter what, a commitment to guard your heart even when it's difficult, a commitment to choose yourself even when others don't understand. This is not selfishness. This is self-preservation. This is not being difficult. This is being wise. This is not giving up on people. This is refusing to give up on yourself. You were born for a reason. You were created with a purpose. You were designed for greatness. But you will never fulfill that purpose if you don't protect your peace. You will never walk in your greatness if you don't guard your joy. You will never reach your destiny if you don't value your mental health. Your peace of mind is the most expensive thing you own. Stop giving it away for free. Stop trading it for acceptance. Stop selling it for approval. Stop sacrificing it for relationships that don't serve you. Stop surrendering it to circumstances you cannot control. Take it back. Take your peace back. Take your joy back. Take your power back. Take your life back. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You are not helpless. You are powerful. You are not stuck. You are free. But you have to choose it. You have to claim it. You have to walk in it. From this day forward, let peace be your priority. Let joy be your goal. Let mental health be your mission. Let purpose be your pursuit. And watch how everything in your life begins to shift. Watch how relationships that were draining you begin to dissolve. Watch how opportunities that were hidden begin to emerge. Watch how strength that was depleted begins to return. Peace is not a luxury. Peace is a necessity. Peace is not optional. Peace is essential. Peace is not something you hope for. Peace is something you choose, you protect, you fight for, you refuse to live without. So I'm telling you today, with everything in me, value your peace of mind. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. Your health depends on it. Your relationships depend on it. Your success depends on it. Your purpose depends on it. Your destiny depends on it. You deserve to sleep in peace. You deserve to wake up in joy. You deserve to live with a light heart and a clear mind. You deserve to walk in your purpose without the weight of worry. You deserve to fulfill your destiny without the burden of anxiety. You deserve peace, not tomorrow, not when everything is perfect, not when all your problems are solved. Right now, today, this moment, choose peace, protect peace, value peace, live in peace, and watch how your life transforms from survival to significance, from struggle to strength, from chaos to clarity, from bondage to breakthrough. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your season. Value your peace of mind. Everything else will follow. But let me be honest with you about something. This journey to peace is not going to be easy. It's going to challenge everything you thought you knew. It's going to expose relationships you thought were solid. It's going to reveal priorities you thought were right. It's going to confront beliefs you've held for years. And that's exactly why most people never do it. They stay comfortable in their chaos because change is uncomfortable. You see, your chaos has become familiar. Your stress has become your companion. Your anxiety has become your normal. You've been living this way for so long that you don't even remember what peace feels like anymore. And the thought of changing, the thought of letting go, the thought of living differently, it terrifies you. But here's what you need to understand. Familiar pain is still pain. Comfortable dysfunction is still dysfunction. Acceptable misery is still misery. Just because you've gotten used to living without peace doesn't mean you were meant to live that way. Think about a bird that was born in a cage. That bird has never seen the sky. It has never felt the wind beneath its wings. It has never known what it means to fly. If you open that cage, that bird might be afraid to leave. The cage is all it knows. The cage feels safe. The cage is familiar. But the cage is still a prison. You are that bird, and I'm opening the cage. The question is, will you fly or will you stay in the cage because it's what you know? Let me tell you what's going to happen when you start valuing your peace. People are going to call you selfish. People are going to say you've changed. People are going to accuse you of thinking you're too good for them. And you know what? They're right. You have changed. You are different. You do value yourself now. And that's not a bad thing. That's a beautiful thing. When you were broken, everybody loved you. When you were available for everyone's drama, everybody needed you. When you had no boundaries, everybody had access to you. But now that you've chosen peace, now that you've set boundaries, now that you've decided to protect yourself, suddenly you're the problem. Let them talk. Let them judge. Let them misunderstand. Your peace is not up for debate. Your well-being is not up for vote. Your mental health is not a democracy where everyone gets a say. This is your life. These are your days. This is your one precious existence. And you will not spend it defending your right to be at peace. I want to talk to you about something that might hurt, but it needs to be said. Some of you are addicted to chaos. You say you want peace, but you create drama. You say you want calm, but you stir up conflict. You say you want rest, but you refuse to stop. You've become so addicted to the adrenaline of crisis that peace actually makes you uncomfortable. When things are going well, you sabotage it. When life is calm, you create a problem. When relationships are healthy, you pick a fight. Why? Because chaos is what you know. Chaos is where you've learned to survive. Chaos makes you feel alive. But chaos is also killing you. You have to break the addiction to chaos. You have to learn to be comfortable with peace. You have to train yourself to receive good things without destroying them. You have to heal the part of you that believes you don't deserve rest. This is hard work. This is uncomfortable work. But this is necessary work. And while we're being honest, let's talk about your pride. Your pride is costing you your peace. You won't apologize because of pride. You won't let go because of pride. You won't forgive because of pride. You won't ask for help because of pride. And your pride is building a wall between you and the peace you desperately need. Pride says, I don't need anyone. Peace says, I need support. Pride says, I can't be wrong. Peace says, I can learn and grow. Pride says, they should come to me. Peace says, I'll take the first step. Pride says, I'll hold this grudge forever. Peace says, I'll forgive and move forward. Every day you have to choose. Do you want to be right or do you want to be at peace? Do you want to protect your pride or do you want to protect your peace? You cannot have both. One will cost you the other. And I'm telling you, pride is expensive, but peace is priceless. Let me paint another picture for you. Imagine you're holding two bags. In one hand, you're holding a bag of peace. It's light, it's beautiful, it brings you joy. In the other hand, you're holding a bag of burdens. It's heavy, it's painful, it's weighing you down. Now here's the reality. You cannot hold both bags and walk into your destiny. You have to put one down. Which one will it be? Most people keep holding the bag of burdens. They say, but this is my story. These are my wounds. This is what happened to me. This is what they did to me. Yes, that's your story. But it doesn't have to be your identity. Yes, those are your wounds, but they don't have to be your prison. Yes, that's what happened. But it doesn't have to define what happens next. Put down the bag of burdens. Pick up the bag of peace. Walk into your future light, free and whole. Your past was a chapter. It was not the whole book. You have more pages to write. You have more chapters to live. You have more of your story to tell. But you cannot write the next chapter while you're still reading the last one. There's something else I need you to understand about peace. Peace doesn't mean you don't have problems. Peace means you have a different perspective on your problems. Peace doesn't mean you're not in the storm. Peace means you know who controls the storm. Peace doesn't mean you have all the answers. Peace means you trust the one who does. When you have peace, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? When you have peace, you stop saying, this is destroying me, and start saying, this is developing me. When you have peace, you stop viewing challenges as punishments and start viewing them as preparation. Everything you're going through is preparing you for where you're going. Every test is developing your testimony. Every battle is building your strength. Every challenge is crafting your character. But you cannot see this when your mind is in chaos. You cannot understand this when your heart is in turmoil. You cannot receive this when your soul is in distress. You need peace to see clearly. And let me tell you something about timing. The moment you find peace is often the moment everything changes. Opportunities you prayed for suddenly appear. Doors you knocked on suddenly open. People you needed suddenly show up. Blessings you waited for suddenly arrive. Why? Because peace positions you. Peace prepares you. Peace qualifies you. When you're in chaos, you're not ready for your blessing. When you're in turmoil, you're not ready for your opportunity. When you're in distress, you're not ready for your destiny. You'll get what you prayed for and destroy it because you're not at peace. You'll receive what you asked for and lose it because you're not stable. You'll obtain what you wanted and sabotage it because you're not whole. Peace is not just about feeling good. Peace is about being ready. Ready for the next level. Ready for the blessing. Ready for the responsibility. Ready for the visibility. Ready for the influence. Ready for the impact. Ready for the purpose you were born to fulfill. So when you're fighting for your peace, you are actually fighting for your future. When you're protecting your peace, you're actually protecting your destiny. When you're valuing your peace, you're actually valuing your purpose. This is bigger than just feeling better. This is about becoming who you were created to be. I want to leave you with this final thought. Your peace is a gift you give yourself. Nobody can give it to you. Nobody can take it from you. Nobody can create it for you. Nobody can destroy it without your permission. You are the author of your peace. You are the guardian of your joy. You are the protector of your soul. And every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you face the world, before you deal with people, make a declaration. Say it out loud. Today I choose peace. Today I protect my joy. Today I guard my heart. Today I value my well-being. Today I will not surrender my peace to anyone or anything. Today I will walk in purpose, live in power, and rest in peace. Make that declaration every single day. Watch it change your life. Watch it transform your mind. Watch it revolutionize your perspective. Watch it elevate your existence. You were born for peace. You were designed for joy. You were created for purpose. Now go and claim it. Go and walk in it. Go and live it. Your peace is waiting for you. Your destiny is calling you. Your purpose is beckoning you. Value your peace of mind. Guard it, protect it, fight for it, live in it. Everything else will follow.